Hey, this is Smeej. This video was recorded on Twitch, so if you want to watch more casts or me feeding MMR, come check it out. Hello and welcome to a game. We got OG versus Team Spirit, the DreamLeague Season 19 group stages. And in this best of two, these teams determining who's going to make the next step into the playoffs. We have seen some games by OG already, doing pretty well this tournament. Team Spirit, I don't have that much knowledge of. I haven't seen their games as they are quite late in the night for me.
5 seconds.
But as I look at these drafts, I see some good lockdown on both sides. OG possessing the Mirana, which has nice potential here to take care of Enchantress creeps and Beastmaster summons, as well as some good AoE magic damage, layering on top of all the minions on the side of Spirit. But Spirit just have strong laners. Beastmaster will always be a threat here with his BKB piercing roar. But now we're just leaving the second ban phase. OG banning a lot of carries at the moment, and Team Spirit doing the same, it seems. We get rid of Tinker. And a Naga Siren. Thinking hard about this next ban, and I think I'll skip ahead a little bit in terms of speed, just so we can get through the draft.
Radiant's pick.
Banning out the Morph, so that's 3 carry heroes, 4 on the side of OG banned out. Really not giving Yotaro many options, but there are still, you know, Ursa.
5 seconds.
I've seen SA playing the Abaddon carry, as well as there is Lifestealer in the pool. I don't think they'll be picking it up now. Well, will they be saving their mid pick for last or their carry pick? You know, a lot of them are being rooted out of the hero pool already, so they might be picking them up right after this Marcy. And Marcy Mirana combo here. The amount of follow-up after this Dragonite, Blink Dagger, and Stun is going to be immense. And Team Spirit are going to have to be ready for it. They decided to pick up their carry right now, so I was a little confused. Marcy is on the side of OG, and Team Spirit now pick up their carry. Not letting any more options get picked away from them. Or banned away.
Shadow Demon.
They even pick up a Shadow Demon, so some good save here if Mirana or Marcy decide to follow up on somebody.
Ten seconds to go. 5 seconds.
And then a Sniper. Sniper versus Drow. A classic matchup here. Long range poking.
Dire's ban.
And each team has the requirements to get on top of these heroes. They got a Beastmaster, long range Shadow Demon ultimate on the Sniper. Even the jump from the Dragonite can get the job done. So it's gonna have to be seeing how these lanes turn out, and the mid laners will be picked up last. No more Bat, no more Ember Spirit. There is a Storm. There is a Puck. Angolier, that's a good ban. I think Storm or Puck would be perfect here. They just need more jump heroes.
5 seconds.
Slowed down just tiny, but oh, they only had 3 seconds of reserve time. They pick up Tiny. Also a great magic damage burst hero who naturally builds into that Blink Dagger. That's going to be good for Laurel.
10 seconds to go. 5
and just a hero who can solo kill a Mirana on their own. Potentially even a Marcy. They're a bit underleveled. But OG has a bunch of time now to think about their last picks, seeing the tanky, tiny Beastmaster And having to get on top of a Drow Ranger, they could think about an OD with a Mirana. They could still think about Puck. But they have to be ready to work with this sniper and be able to protect him. I think OD might be a little weak, both staying in the back lines. They instead go for Storm, who is just the most mobile of all the choices. Nice skin for Yuragi. Looking fresh on the sniper. Yeah, but we're seeing Enchantress, Shadow Demon. The safe lane will be
5 seconds.
Aposhka Enchantress. So Drow Ench versus a PM versus Dragon Knight Mirana. Seems kind of Drow favored here. They got 2 ranged heroes and the Enchantress with a few levels. Could even deal some chunky damage to that Dragon Knight. Maybe even bully a Mirana, which is not something you see too often, as Mirana is such a strong laner. And then for the other side of the map, Collapse on the Beastmaster with a Mars against a Marcy. We gotta see these lineups again once we get into the game. Turn on the last hits. Okay.
Places, everyone.
And actually I gotta pause it because return my camera ready. All right.
Okay. You know better.
It's gonna be Shadow Demon Beastmaster versus Sniper Marcy. It's a little odd. Both teams completely avoiding each other right now, just placing down the vision, the deep ward, wherever they think it's going to be the most useful. Team Spirit liking their grouping up here on the triangle. They don't want to give up their first blood, as we've been seeing a few times in this DreamLeague Season 19.
30 seconds to showtime.
But OG are making the long wraparound. Their smoke does expire, so they're not going to be able to pass behind this tier 1 mid tower. Do get a cliff ward and they might spot Yatoro running back, but taking the back roads is looking to be alright.
And they're
Oh my gosh, they are spamming this line. They love this line, whatever it means. But these minute 0 bounties come out, and it's looking like 2 for each side. They just go back to their lanes, and not a whole lot of action here. Some nice conservative play. Oshka meeting with Taiga, the initial trade here. Getting rid of some regen before the laning even begins, and Taiga holding their spell. Bottom lane, yeah, we see the Shadow Demon against Marcy. It's a Sniper against Collapse, so I think both safe lanes will be favored for each team. Sniper just need to be a little wary about getting caught out by Disruption and Shadow Poison stacks. Seeing in the mid lane. Really good initial start here by BZM. 6 last hits to Tiny's 3. Alright, back to the game. It's trading out. Oh, a big arrow comes out onto Yotaro. He's gonna be fine though. Still got one tango which he just eats, and Miposhka dealing a bunch of damage from the tree line though, not letting the side of OG capitalize on that arrow. Miposhka just doing a great job against this Marana, a notoriously strong laner. Continuing to land the damage and only has one Iron Branch, but just the natural impetus and right click is dealing a lot of damage. Now looking bottom. 12 last hits to Beastmaster's 12. Things pretty even. They are just level 2 and they're gonna need maybe two more levels before we see some real action here in the bottom lane. On the top we got a Dragonite who's gonna become increasingly tanky.
How about another?
As he skills up his Dragon Blood. Miposhka still having a field day with the Marana, but Marana actually biting back a little bit. A lot more stats here. The Circlet and 2 branches, giving them 60 damage. Enchantress with the 54. It's pretty strong natural right click there for the Enchantress. Look at them just trade blows. Giving the space to Yotaro though. He's happy to have Miposhka trading with Taiga. It allows him to just lay into DM, and he is taking some serious damage here. He can always run back and regen up with that Dragon Blood. Another tango for Miposhka in the mid lane. Laurel quarreling with BZM here. The 4-minute water runes will be coming up. No rotations yet from either support, and in the bottom lane, 2 stacks of Shadow Poison on the sniper. He's getting dove, 3 stacks. Can you get one more? 4? That's an easy first blood pickup for Mira. Collapse continues chasing under the tower. Nope, he's gonna let him go.
Stupendous.
Some pings in the top lane, nothing quite yet, and the water runes
Radiant's bottom tower seen better days.
getting picked up. I think a Storm Spirit might miss both of these. A little bit unfortunate. True, just making some desperate attempts to scare off the side of Team Spirit after they killed Yoragi. Yeah, the Laurel has an incredible amount of regen right now. He's got another water rune in the bottle, 2 more charges, while BZM has just freshly ran out. Jumping by Chu, a little off the money. Turning with their wild axes, and Mira holding their mana. Only 3 stick charges. Can't commit to a full combo here, and looking back at the mid lane, BZM will have to run back home, fill up that bottle, and get some more regen. Really pushing Laurel into more of a lead here. This mid lane, well, look at the last hits, they are quite even. Things are going alright. No team ahead of the other very intensely. A Chu, though, making a crazy dive in already. Such low HP, but can they secure the kill? Or Yoragi Collapse trying to dodge from the shrapnel, doing an expert job so far, and 3 stacks onto Yoragi. It's gonna be an easy kill. He doesn't even go for the 4th. Poison. Shadow Poison. He just pops it at 3 and gives the last hit to Collapse. A beautiful play there by the support of Mira. Now 3-0 in the favor of Team Spirit. Oh, Miposhka has stolen a tomato, but Leg is ready with the arrow. Just a natural counter to that Enchantress. Six-minute power rune, who got that? Nobody. Stolen by Mira. Mira making all the right plays so far this lane and looking to make use of this invisibility rune, perhaps. Just waiting in the shadows. Top lane. Oh, we see some damage coming out on the Maposhka. Starstorm is enough to finish the job, but DM gets the last hit. OG now on the board. And Laurel comboing onto BZM mid. Both of these mid heroes level 6 now.
Denied! Where's the party?
BZM with the finished Falcon Blade. He zips away to escape from the clutches of Laurel. It's looking like Team Spirit's running pretty well on all cylinders here, though. Storm keeps running back to base, but they are possessing a higher creep score at the moment. We are 7.5 minutes in. The first rotation here, the mid rotation comes out. BZM zips on top, getting right on top of Yotaro. Doesn't even want to use his gust, but he escapes into the trees briefly. For popping that wand, still will fall, and now a nice kill for BZM. Laurel caught up on the CS. No rotation yet from the Tiny.
Radiant's mid tower could use a hand.
However, it does pick up a power rune of their own, getting the arcane in the bottle. That is huge, potentially.
Radiant's mid tower's getting banged.
Now collapse.
Dire's bottom tower's
Trying to take down Chu, but Uragi in the right position for the jump away. Oh, Laurel caught under tower a little bit, turns with the avalanche, and the arrow tries to come to follow up. Blocked by a yellow tomato, the potato. But the aggression of OG is not enough to dissuade Team Spirit from taking this mid-tier 1. It is quite low. They could go for the deny, and Laurel really doesn't want to let that happen. He's got another combo here. Avalanche toss. Not aiming to clear up the creeps. The tower. Oh! Okay, not denied there. They really tried for it. Mira in the bottom lane. Disruption. And chasing onto Uragi. Chu is able to escape after that disruption. But Collapse is angry. He's going to continue the chase. More set of wild axes will do it. And just cuts Chu in half. Oh, finally a TP from Laurel into the bottom lane now. Making the connection onto Taiga and a nice toss, another wild axe toss. A lot of things getting thrown around here, but it is enough to get the kill on Taiga. The action is picking up here. We're about 10 minutes in and it's 3-6. Nice play by Laurel, TPing bottom and a well-timed bottle refill for Laurel. Continuing his play into the mid lane.
You know the drill.
Let's take a look at the net worth now. We are very close here. But Laurel has picked up his second power rune of the game. This time it's a DD, even more oppressive of a rune than an arcane. And after we saw that action bottom, it kind of chased OG out of their tier 1 bottom portion of the jungle here. It's allowing Team Spirit to take that tower. Team Spirit have already lost their tier 1 top to that Dragonite.
Radiant's bottom tower ain't a pretty sight right now.
Both teams not too worried about losing these outer towers.
Radiant lost one of them bottom towers.
Dragon transformation will be ready if they attempt a mid push. They do have a catapult here. Just a matter of if OG want to rally around this card or not. Alara will be a very imposing force. Very tanky strength heroes, and along with this double damage rune in the bottom, it might just be enough to keep them away until the next catapult wave.
Double damage!
Yotaro is farming bottom here. His team is protecting him The same thing happening for the side of OG Yuragi. Taking over the top jungle. Surrounded by his teammates. But it seems to be the person leading the pack and extending their net worth lead is Collapse. Just a little bit sticking out here besides all these other 4 players. Someone's allowing him to farm the jungle that much more quickly than the next runner-up.
Easier than shooting creeps.
And we're seeing BZM go for a Falcon Blade into a Witch Blade. It's a very damage-heavy build, and here comes a Moonlight Shadow. But it's already scouted out by this Sentry Observer combo in the mid lane. It's a little unfortunate here. Mirana alone. They're just going to be using it scout and pushing out. There are some heroes grouping in the mid wave. Tiny gets another rune. Oh, actually, jumping in by DM onto the Tiny. He is tanky, but a jump in by Chu as well and BZM. It's enough to take him down.
It would have been hard to
In the bottom lane, they lose Mirana. It's a 1-for-1, but losing that 4 Tiny mid is going to allow OG to push into this tier 1 mid tower. The dragon still freshly popped. Is he out of position though? Miposhka doesn't have the enchant to deal with him, and he will blink away.
Radiant's bottom towers seen better days.
This must be some sort of a glitch here. It looks like Chu is still under the effects of Mirana's ultimate, but that is not the case. Yeah, they lose the Tiny, but they keep their tier 1 tower. Yotaro hopefully doesn't get cut out here. A 3-man smoke, it's going to be an easy kill, I think. The arrow follow-up, yep. Into the rebound, stun. There's nothing you can really do much about that, and Yotaro just in the wrong part of town. Didn't have the correct read on the movements of the enemy that time. They, Team Spirit responding to that movement bottom, they take over that triangle on the side of OG for a little bit and make a smoke move themselves. They break onto Chu. Blinking by Alarl, the arrow a little off the money. Takes down maybe a Beastmaster boar. And they might have got what they wanted. They seem to be moving right towards the Roche pit. 1 kill, is it going to be enough to give them a free Roche? They don't seem to have any extending vision past the Roche pit. They could send a hawk just a moment here, and they will. Yuragi pushing out mid to make his way towards the Roche pit, and they are coming to contest, but Roche is already down. Now they have a smoke on 3. They still have Moonlight Shadow, and Team Spirit is coming in, but OG is the first to jump. DM gets the stun onto Shadow Demon, and BZM follow-up by Storm. Chu as well trying to rebound, but taking a ton of damage. Yotaro and Miposhka laying in from the back. They lose support for support there. Though, OG is covered by Moonlight Shadow. Can they make another blink stun here with DM? It is the 15-minute mark, and they have a catapult. It will be falling. The tier 1 still stands. Yuragi, Yotaro, still possessing the Aegis of the Immortal. Chance for them to make an aggressive move on the map now. But still just a 1k advantage lead here, 16 minutes in, double damage just denied bottom. Would have been a nice rune for Yotaro with that Aegis. Yep, 4 minutes left on the Aegis, and a line is drawn on the map by Chu. Collapse bottom, kind of alone here. I don't think OG want to mess with them, though. They back out. I get the one, though, to kind of break in between of everyone. Going for a ward play, perhaps? Oh, finding a courier. Nothing on it. one more click would have done it, and even the leap in to try to kill this thing. They're ignoring him for now, but oh no, Taiga gets another glimpse.
Dire's courier.
Sad life of a courier. Taiga just kind of doing anything to annoy the side of Team Spirit.
Technical difficulties.
It is a little annoying, and actually, Team Spirit are pushing in bottom, and OG take the chance to take out that mid tier 1. Tier 2 for tier 1. Definitely better for the side of Spirit, but OG gonna be plenty happy to take care of that tier 1 and open up the map for themselves. Aggressively pushing out the mid wave too. It's not going to leave Team Spirit with a lot of options, but they are smoked up, so they can still jump in here. They find 2. Laurel gets a nice avalanche toss, and even the roar onto Dragon Knight. Easily taken down. Yatoro farming safely top, and we're seeing Yuragi scurry back bottom to get to his safe farm. Yeah, Collapse still top of the net worth here. Having a helm and building into a, what? Octarine core, Aether Lens at the moment. Knows the power of this roar. The ability to lock down Dragon Knight. Even having a BKB is going to be invaluable.
Radiant's top tower's hurting.
Storm with the finished Witchblade. Now they're going to be building into Assange.
Radiant's top towers in bad shape.
Trying to tank up with some stats, but you have to wonder if that is the correct item or if a BKB is just simply better. But no, we're seeing a commitment here for that Kaya. It is bought out.
Radiant's top towers taking
Easy flies it to him now. And Assange next to be built in the queue. But Abrana going for some Greaves, and Dragon Knight going for that BKB, so
Radiant's gone and
seems they're going to be relying on this Storm Spirit to be following up on the Dragon Knight stun for most of the damage right now, and expecting Yuragi to carry later in the game. Here comes a pause. A little bit of a skip here. We don't want to deal with pauses, and back to the game. Taking a look at the side of Team Spirit and their items now. We love to see Mira going for an Aether Lens of their own, extending the Demonic Purge, ultimate ability, BKB piercing as well. Laurel potentially flying out, or potentially building into that BKB next. I would think so, with that finished Blink Dagger and disassembled Echo Saber. Top push is coming in though on the tier 3. And OG unwanting to deal with this. Throw some arrows in, trying to push them away, but the jump in by Laurel. Trying to catch Yuragi. He's caught way out. He will fall now. DM eats a roar. Zip in by Storm, but it is fruitless. The damage has already been down. They do lose a Poshka.
The Dire best do something.
Tier 3 though. Actually, we just heard the Aegis expire. They need to be a little careful, but the jump in by Laurel again. Taiga makes a jump deeper on accident. He tries to get out. The Bird Bomb will take him down, and another zip in by Storm. Dealing a good chunk of damage, but the racks are left completely open. Team Spirit now
Radiant's top racks ain't gonna last long.
Able to just tear them to pieces. They are respecting the Fortify though at the moment. Tier 3 and a Fortify, they will be happy enough with that, and they decide to back out. Very safe play here. I thought Team Spirit were looking quite strong in that point, but they make the call. They back it off. They know that the side of OG is respawning, and they don't want to deal with any potential buybacks.
What have we here?
Team Spirit go back to their side and they continue the farm. Now it's OG who are left. lower lower net worth and lower EXP, leaving them Team Spirit, you know, goading them to take action on the map, and they do take a smoke, but it was under the vision of a hawk. So Team Spirit expertly huddling around their tier 2 mid, hiding in the trees. And another hawk. Even spotting the top of these stairs here, they see a zip onto the high ground, and they are making scans. They now know that they're going to be over on this side, so they moved up the stairs. Oh, DD bottom though. Oh, good pickup for Sniper, but it's a bait. Getting gone on by Tiny and the Roar. Laurel is very tanky, but he's able to take the damage from 4 heroes, and the side of Team Spirit now turns onto OG. Taking care of 2 cores. Laurel makes the jump, but they could not capitalize on it. Sniper gets put way too out of position. And Team Spirit seem to be taking this game away from the side of OG.
Here I am.
5-man smoke turns into a bit of a disaster, and now we run back into the top lane towards that exposed set of racks. Trying to catch the creep wave, but Chu already up there pushing it out.
Mid tower's getting banged up.
Really wanting to prevent the push from Team Spirit, but the mid tower has been taken down, so the creeps will be coming in, opening up that backdoor protection. Spirit though, they know what's going on. They're not going to overextend into the base. They're instead going to farm OG's Ancients and maybe go back to farming again. Just like they did a few minutes ago. Maybe that Roche is coming up soon. 2 minutes on the clock. A bit of deja vu here for OG. They're now thinking again they have to do something. Will they make the same mistake, or will they just continue farming their items? DK's got his BKB. It's gonna take a little while here to finish that item, unfortunately, and we're seeing the storm here after the finished Kayasanj getting a BKB of their own. Yoragi. Damage is slowly building up. They really want to be able to lay in from the back lines, but so far they've been getting picked off expertly from the side of Team Spirit. Yep, Team Spirit have just been farming. They're grouping up for a smoke. Here we go. Was this spotted out? It does not seem to be the case. They are 5-man smoked and they run down the mid lane. Taiga on the stairs and another hawk coming in to see if anyone will take care of this one. The jump in by Laurel though. They find Yoragi again. He's already dead. The Moonlight Shadow takes way too long to activate, and Laurel with the haste rune chasing down members of OG. A toss avalanche. Not sure using any spells desperately. Here comes DM trying to make any play, but it's on a Shadow Demon, and Yatoro just destroyed him. 3 buybacks now from OG. They think they could make a play, and the jump in by BZM trying to find Mirror. They will. Another avalanche toss though, and he's taking down Chu. Already used his ultimate. Not much you can do about that, and DM desperate with Yatoro. Pops the BKB. What are you gonna do? Eating an arrow though. Yatoro stunned up for a while, and the zip in by Storm, it could be enough to take him down. That would be huge for the side of OG, but he's trying desperately, but controlled up by Tiny. He's dead, and the GG is called. Oh my god. 25-minute GG. OG used everything in the tank there to try to make any last ditch to get their way back into this game, but Team Spirit say no, and Yatoro's just way too strong, holding that BKB till the very end. Just turns and burns, and yeah, game 1 to Team Spirit in this best of 2.